Yo, what up, dudes? Welcome to the video. Today, I want to go over some quick ways on how to win all of your build fights. I feel like there's like so many high ground retake videos out there that exist on this game, and I wanted to give my own video letting you guys know how to win pretty much every single fight you take in Fortnite. I feel like a lot of the building guides are honestly kind of like overcomplicated as to what the actual meta is in Fortnite. So I want to give you guys a quick guide on how to win like 90% of your situations. Basically, this is not everything in building, but if you're new to the game, or if you're somebody who's just like kind of trying to figure out, man, like what am I actually supposed to be doing in build fights? What's my goal? And how do I respond to what my opponent is doing? This video really should help you out. So I feel like there's a load of high ground retake tutorials, like showing you like all kinds of fancy pre-takes and retakes with cones and stuff. Like everybody knows how to do 90s at this point. But I wanted to go over in this video like how to actually use that in your fight and when to use that, because I feel like there's not very good information out there about that, and I wanted to go over it here in the video. So basically the rule that I use when I'm in build fights, when somebody is challenging me, as long as we're actually on top of each other and we're not in that little bit of like a rampy shooty like movement at the start of your fights, once you're actually stacked on top of each other, it doesn't make sense just to only do high ground retakes. I fight a lot of really great mechanically skilled players in Fortnite, and I win the fights even though they're a better builder, but they just do the wrong things at the wrong time. So my rule right now in this game is if somebody is like 2 stories above me, so if there's a guy that high above me, and I'm like down here chilling, looking up at him, if he's above 2 stories high, I'm just not going to go for a retake. So you might say like, okay, well, what are you actually doing if somebody's like a brutal height above you? Well, you can pickaxe them down, get them to fall. That's one thing you can do. But if they're challenge the player, he's probably going to drop down. 90% of the time, he drops down. And if he doesn't, then you can gradually pickaxe out all the builds underneath him to get him to fall. But what you can do once the player breaks down, you can either have 2 options. What I personally like to do when the person's initially pressuring me is see if I can hold a wall, and then say he's coming at me from that side, I can open out this way, try to get a right-hand peek. But if he has better ping than me, or if he's just stealing on my walls, what having 2 boxes allows me to do is once he like takes this wall here, I'm able to box out in there. And what players will often do, the people with no brains, just W king, will push into this box that you already own. So then basically what you can do, if they've pushed into this box, you can close this wall, ramp up, and then ramp down on top of them. And if you're a controller player like me, having an SMG, having your shotgun at the ready to do this, you can do this lightning quick as you get better and better at hitting your edits. But just working on these specific plays, these are the core of your plays on Fortnite right now with regards to the meta, but they're not the only thing. So it's not always the time the player is going to drop right down on top of you, right? He might drop down like this high above you and be trying to shoot out your ramp, your pyramid. He might be pressuring you from the roof. Instead of just sitting there and holding it forever, now is the time to actually use your high ground retakes. And basically, because the player is only a floor or 2 above you, it gives you the actual opportunity to capture him with a cone and to take height from him. And then as soon as you get it, you make that aggressive play on the other player. There's a few really good, strong techniques that you can do consistently, and that actually work really, really well in Fortnite. So once you're realizing the player is on top of your box or is really, really close to you, you can hear his footsteps above, and you know you have the opportunity to get height, these are the retakes I like to use, and they all kind of start from the exact same base. They're really simple, they're really easy to learn, they're easy to practice, and they're easy to perfect, and for that reason, I feel like a lot of people can succeed by using these. So basically, you're going to start out by opening up, double ramping, pyramiding, and then throwing your pyramids above. Now that's one strat, but basically what this does is as a player is on this pyramid above you, you're going to throw a pyramid behind him, which for one is going to stuff him a little bit. If he's trying to like drop a ramp, that might slow him down a little bit. While that's slowed down, you're going to turn and throw walls up. So if he's jumping up onto this ramp wall right here that you turned and dropped is actually just going to smack him in the face. Then you can throw your ramps above, and you want to be laying pyramids above this. So basically, this is the triple threat. You're stuffing him here, you're stuffing him here, and if he's higher than that, you're going to be stopping his ability to build a ramp right here. This is just like a really simple edit that I think is really, really easy to hit. It's really, really consistent. And if you're totally new to taking height, I would definitely start with this. And then the second one that I actually use is actually still very, very similar. And it's kind of just like a different a different style on the same edit, and it, again, works really, really effective. I'm not coming up with this retake. This retake has been in the game for a long time, but I'm showing you this because, again, I want to reiterate, I think these high ground retakes are simple, easy to learn, and you can be unpredictable with it for a couple reasons I will get into. So the next move, once you are in your box again and you feel that pressure on top, you're going to open up, double ramp, come out here, again, throw your double pyramid. You're also going to be wanting to throw one again over your head. Hit the edit exact same way, but then what you're going to do, instead of jumping out like this and going backwards, you're going to turn, oops. You're going to turn, go like this, and then go into your 90s. So basically, in full speed, it's going to look like that, and then you can kind of crank 90. So you can get some really fast height. You get the exact same idea where your pyramid there is stuffing, your wall there is stuffing, and then you're driving height. Again, these are very simple to hit. If these look difficult, please just spend some time in creative. Anybody can learn these with like 20 minutes of practice, man. And once you get this formula down, start with the box up, bait the player down, and then hit this simple high ground retake. Honestly, it's so effective, man, and you'll be absolutely crushing kids in no time. Now, the one thing that makes these tricky and why I love using them, I've only gone left with them so far, but you don't have to go left. There's absolutely nothing forcing you to go either way, right? They're just as effective either way you do the high ground retake. So you can go right, crank into the left 90s. You can basically do whichever one you're more comfortable with. You can do both of them the exact same way. So you can go right with the other one as well. Right? You're just chilling, man. Now, here's the thing. Once you get height, again, this is one thing that I see people kind of goofing up on, and it's, again, why I didn't want to just make a straight-up high ground retake tutorial. I want to talk you through this. Once you get height, it's really important for you to establish piece control once you have height above the other player. And what piece control means is basically you want to control the building pieces in the fight. The other player inevitably is going to want to be driving high ground to get above you. So what you want to be doing is branching out as far as possible with your pyramids, keeping in mind your pyramids can travel farther than basically any other build piece in the game. And you want to be going fast with your pyramids, predicting where the other player is going to be coming up through, and trying to lay a double pyramid, double floor. Then you can hit your quick double edit and get a bop in. That's honestly the simple formula for Fortnite. It hasn't changed for a while, but I'm making this video for you guys who are new to Fortnite, or you just don't really know how to keep up with the current pace of build fights. This is literally the formula. It's a 3-step formula that works for pretty much every single situation. And if you just watch any pro player, this is basically what they're doing at all times. Now, one more thing I would like to see you guys practice, and I think will help you out drastically, and it again goes back to the power of the pyramid. For those who don't know, pyramids can be placed above walls like this. So I just placed pyramids all on the other side. Again, going back to the fact that pyramids can be placed farther. What you want to do is you want to practice this. Easy ways to do it, again, is just starting from a box and jumping up and laying pyramids down. You can do kind of like a fake 90 if you want, and practice like coming up, laying pyramids, and landing on your ramp. Trying to do that all in one motion will kind of help you get the muscle memory for it, I find. So just starting from here, pyramids, land on ramp. Starting from here, pyramids, land on your ramp. So if this was a real situation and somebody was pushing you like this, and they were driving towards your wall, they were trying to like ramp up over here, like down here, they're coming at you and they're trying to ramp up. If you could throw these pyramids fast, oh, now I'm cucked. And you can be on top of this, hitting them with like a double edit as you come up this ramp, right? Like, bingo, what's up, dude? I'm in your box now. You know what I'm saying? This is really how you establish dominance and establish that piece control. And it's just a simple thing that you can practice. Again, it's one of those things where you just got to spend 20 minutes in creative, and you'll be banging this out every single time, and it will feel so natural, and your builds will just absolutely flow. Come here, boy! Oh my god. Get outplayed, dude! Oh my god, let's go. No mats left, chat. 0 mats left. We still got the beams. I still got the beams. Guy behind him? Mind like shooting him? Just a thought I'm having. Aggressive! Man, it's getting hot in here, dude. So hot in. So hot in here. Okay. Son of a... Let's go. All right. Do you have mats, dude? Not really. Tough. All right, we're chilling, man. There's a decent little flick there, boys. I feel like we can play so aggressive with this weapon setup, man. Drum gun, pads, tac shotgun. That's nuts. Are they flying together? Oh, screw this. Well, that was really, really weird. So I'm still working out the kinks, dudes. Working out the kinks. Clearly you can't spam them that bad. Easy enough. Dude was trying to edit out so badly and just completely butchered it. All right, we got 3 left alive here. I'm acting kind of stupid. Oh my, imagine, dude, imagine. Bro, what are you doing? What are you doing, dude? All right, GG, baby.